guys, it's Nemo and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend and your Monday morning has started off well. By the title, I am finally letting you guys in on how I, Nemo, gained weight, how I gained 10 kgs in a month, and how I went from a size 2 to a size 6 in 4 months. Like I went 2 clothing sizes up. You guys have been asking for it once you guys started noticing the weight. Like guys, I have boobs, I have arms, like I have thighs, I have an ass, but I can't twerk. So if anybody has twerking lessons, please leave them in the comment section because the girl wants to, you know. I'm such a cartoon. But yeah, so if you guys want to know what exactly I did for this high metabolic skinny girl to gain weight, then keep on watching. First things first, being a skinny girl, growing up a skinny girl, I was always bullied. Like I've been bullied my entire life because of my weight. Primary, high school, university, as an adult as well. Like for the skinny girls, you know the comments you get, oh, what man will love skinny girls? Like an African woman is supposed to be thick, eat more food, like I can see your ribs. Oh my gosh, the way people do this, I can put my fingers can touch on your wrist. I've gotten comments like, oh my gosh, you're the same weight as my 10-year-old. Oh my god, you can wear my 3-year-old daughter's clothes. And you're just like, what? Does my weight disturb you that much that you need to insult me? Like, please make it make sense. So going through all the bullying, all those comments, and there's this one for ati upepo ikipita sitapita na wewe. For my non-Swahili speaking babes, it's when the wind comes, it goes with you. Like, you know, such comments. I can see your ribs, or just so many damn comments, and it's just left like, okay, cool, fine. So I built this wall that looked like some form of confidence, where like, it's my body. At the end of the day, I'm the one who sleeps in it, I'm the one who operates in it. So what can I do? Me, I love myself. So if you don't like my body, it's fine. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. But then it got to a point where I was like, I'm getting sick way too often. So I was the type of girl to constantly have a cold, constantly have a flu, like Flugon, Piriton, Sijui, cold cap. Like I was, at least every month, I was on medication because I have a homa. And I was always cold. Like even though the sun is out, I would feel cold because my body is not insulated. And now that, you know, I'm turning 27 this year, and I want to start a family, it's also so I want to be at a healthy weight. I want my body to be healthy for me not to, so that I can eliminate as many complications during pregnancy that are weight related as I can. So 2017, 2018, I started weight training because I had done my research and I found out like going to the gym, weight training, eating properly would bring on the weight. And I started seeing it, but it was very slow. It's a very slow process. But then I fell off because schedules got mixed up, so I stopped the weight training, which means my weight stopped showing up. And something to note, I have a really high metabolic rate, which means anything I eat is burnt down quicker than it's stored. So my body just burns everything I eat so fast. So I can eat the whole day, eat heavy meals, but then nothing sticks. My weight won't stick, it'll just disappear. So that's how I've gone through life. So then I started again eating a lot. Like I was the type of person to have an appetite, I could constantly eat. But then now working at 8 to 5, there's stress, you're busy, you forget to eat. So I would gain, then lose, I would gain, then lose. Like I can easily gain a kg in a day if I don't eat. Like that's how serious my body is. So yeah, so I remember going on Instagram and saying I want, like I just gotten to a point where I am serious about this weight gain. I want to gain weight to an ideal weight range for my height. I am 5'15", so an ideal is 50 to 55 kgs that have at a healthy BMI. So a friend of mine, Patricia, hey babes, reached out and was like, babe, listen, you want to gain weight seriously? I went on this medication, I did this, and I gained the weight. And I went through her pictures because I was like, you've always been, you know, a thick girl, man. Like, you've always been, African beauty. But then I scrolled down through her feed and I was like, oh, actually, you can see the weight gain. So I was like, you know what? Take my money, take it, tell the pharmacist to send me the medication because I have gotten to a point I'm willing to try anything to gain the weight. So she was like, okay, cool. He's going to send you the meds, they'll come. So this was October 2019. And I will put a picture here for you guys to see where I started at. So, I started at 35 kgs with a size 2. I was a size 2 in clothing. Like if I walked into the shop, I'd have to look for size 2 clothings, like 2, 4 there. So that was, my bust was 28 inches, my waist was at 31 inches, and my hips, my waist was at 21 inches and my hips were at 31 inches. So those are the measurements and the weight I started off with. So the medication comes in 4. 1, you have a dewormer, so it's recommended you just clear your system before you start the medicine. 2, you have an amino acid and vitamin syrup. So this is the one that I got. This is the Nutrivita amino acids and vitamin syrup. So it's just like supplements. So you take the supplements while you're doing the weight gain. 2, 3, the third medicine is Cypro B plus syrup, an excellent appetite stimulant. So it's basically Cyproheptadine syrup, which is this is a bad boy. This is an appetite med, and I will break down what this thing does. So in it being an appetite medication, it will make you want to eat on a constant basis, and it kicks in at least 24 hours after you take the first dose. Guys, I thought I had an appetite. I did not have an appetite. Once I started this, the first round, which was in October, I was constantly eating, like at least every 2 hours. I would get so hungry, like I want to eat. My concentration was bad. I would get moody if I don't have food. Like, you can ask my colleagues. At my desk, there was always food because I need to constantly eat. So this thing kicks up your appetite to full speed. Like every 2 hours, I was eating. Like I was eating. I was just like, I want food. And that's how you're eating more, like calorie surplus as well, and more food that your body doesn't break down all of it. 4, now this is a bad boy that keeps on the weight. So I don't know what the pill is called. I'm sorry. It got to a point where I was willing to try anything, and I was just like, a number of people have done it. I've taken the exact medication. A pharmacist has sent it, so me, I am good. So it's a small white pill, as you can see. So what this pill does, it will put on the weight. It will lower your metabolic rate so that your body is not burning the food as fast or as regularly as it's supposed to be. So this keeps on the weight. So that's the combination of the medicine. So it's practically the 3: the amino acids, which is your supplement, the appetizer med that makes you eat a lot, and the pill that makes sure the weight sits on. So that's what I did. So I started eating so much. I was like, yo, I am eating. I am constantly eating. I'm constantly wanting food. Like I'm constantly thinking about my next meal. And I was watching these amphetamine videos. Just Google amphetamine on YouTube and you will find, like, people say that they were constantly thinking about food. And I'm like, what do you mean you're constantly thinking about food? Medicine won't make you constantly think about food. Shock on me. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to get home and have like rice with dengu and some cabbage, and I'm craving that chicken wings from so and so. Like, you just want to eat. Like, you just say yes, give me more. I was so excited, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm not going to concentrate on seeing if the weight is coming, because it'll take time. It's not an overnight success. It'll take time for you to notice the weight coming on. So that's what I did. So the syrups, both the amino acid supplement and the appetite medicine, will finish within 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks there, I think. But then the pills will last about a month and a half. So what is recommended about the pills, you will take them until you get to your ideal weight. For me, I just wanted to finish the dose completely. So I took until all the medicine was gone. So by the time I was done with the first dose of medication, I went from 35 kgs to 47 kgs. It was actually 12 kgs. So the first bulk of the 10 kgs came in within a month. By week 3, I had hit 7 kg weight gain, and by the time I was week 4, I had gotten to 10 kgs. Because I remember I had to go to hospital for what was wrong? I was going to get tested and have like a full body test because H was coming into the country. So one of my rules is like, you know, we need to make sure everything is okay, like no infections, no nothing. So they took my weight and I was like, sis, 12 kgs. 12 kgs. By the time I was done with the medic, I was through the roof. So 12th of November, I took body measurements, and I was at 31 inches bust, 24 inches at the waist, and then 34 inches at the hips. So that meant I had gained 3 inches all round. Like I instantly went from a size 2 to a size 4 hitting 6. Hey, my clothes were tighter. People started noticing I have ass. I was just like, like I would wear jeans and I'm like jumping into the jeans and I'm just like, and then okay, it's tight. And I would look in the mirror and I'm like, I have ass. Like I have a cute butt. I was like, oh, I was feeling myself. And then when people around me started noticing it, I was like, Kumbe, it's not in my head. Kumbe, it is not in my head. I was so excited. So that's what I actually did. I went on medication that forced me to eat every 2 hours like nonsense. Like it was crazy. So that was round 1. So I went and told Patricia, like, yo, babe, like, yo, I have gained weight. I was so excited. I was telling her how thankful I am for it. And then she told me, okay, that's nice. But then now that you finished the medication, stop so that your body gets used to this new weight and operating and functioning in this new body that's it is in, because that's what you're supposed to do. You know, you don't just keep it going back to back to back because you might end up breaking down your system. So after I finished the medicine, I stopped for about a month and a half, 2 months there, and I was loving it. It was staying on. Like the weight was not going anywhere. It was right there. I was so excited. Then fast forward to January of 2020. Because of all the activities that are happening in December, H and I would forget to eat. I lost a bit of weight, like about 2 kgs, and I was just like, boss, Joanne, behave. So I went now on the second round of medication, which I'm about to finish. I finished both the syrups. I'm just left with about 7 pills, so about a week on this. So that's what I did. Again, it started my appetite again. Like my appetite just shot through the roof, and this time I would notice the weight more quicker. I would notice the weight more earlier than I did before, because now I was like going beyond a stage my body has never been to. Like I was, because I think when I was in SA I was about a size 4, size 6, so I had been around that weight before, so I knew how it felt. But this second round of medication put me so up. I was just like guys, let me tell you, I used to be able to touch my thumb and my finger around my arms. Now I can't do that because there's nyama, like there's meat, man. So I measured myself today. I don't know how many kgs I am. I just don't know how many kgs I am. But now my boobs, my bust is at 32, my waist is at 26 inches, and my hips are at 37 inches. Like guys, that's a size 6'8". Like I can walk into a store and buy a size 6 and it sits snugly. Like yani, my body fits all those crevices. Like whoo, so excited! Like whoo, you should see me in the mirror. I was just like, yeah, babe. Look at you. But yeah, whoo. It was fun. But yeah, so that's how I gained weight and what exactly I did. Now I'm going to answer your questions and add any more information that may come along. So number 1 was, what is the medicine you're taking? So as I said, it's the Nutrivita amino acids and vitamin syrup. That's your supplements too. So it has folic acid, ascorbic acid, like vitamins, any amino acids that your body might be lacking in the food that you're eating. Then appetite medication. So this is the cyproheptadine syrup. It's just a basic appetizer. It's also used for colds and flus when it comes to babies. And then the white weight gain pill. So this is a medication I'm on. I don't know what these pills are called, but I trust them. I haven't had any problems so far. Number 2, how long did it take before you noticed the weight? It took about 3 weeks to a month before I noticed the weight, because my clothes started fitting me in more snugly around week 3, week 4. Like my body was now filling in the clothes that I currently had. And then the people around me started noticing it after about a month. Yeah, like after I had stopped taking the medication, that's when people started noticing it. So it'll take about 3 weeks to a month before you actually notice it, but the weight is coming in. The first thing I noticed was my collarbone started disappearing, because I will also put pictures like so you guys can see my journey, but my collarbone started disappearing. Like this is just me sitting relaxed, and then this, where the collarbone meets this bone right here, would always show, like no matter what, you would always see it. So I started noticing that this one started to disappear as well, like it's being covered by nyama. So that's how I noticed it. Number 3, has your butt increased? Yes, sis, my butt has increased by 6 inches. That hip area, like, whoo, I have an ass. Like I would show you guys, but then you will see the pictures. But I have an ass, guys. Like I have an ass. Like H can spark this thing and Number 4, do you have to keep taking the meds? No, you do not need to keep taking the meds. Once you get to your ideal weight gain, you stop the medication and just maintain what you have been doing while on the meds, because you don't want to be a point where your body now gets used to the medication where it stops working, you know, because that factor of you do it so constantly, you get so used to it. So if you want to do, like if you want to go, like for me, I wanted to go from a size 2 to a size 8, 10. So I would take the first round of medication, then stop for about a month, so my body gets used to being at that weight. Then after a month or a month and a half, go on to round 2. So now once I finish this, I will wait for like about 2 months now, and then go on the 3rd cycle of medication, because I want to be at like a size 8, size 10. That's my ideal weight area. But yeah, you don't need to keep taking the medication. Once you get to your ideal point, you stop, so that you just maintain. Number 5, foods that I eat to gain weight. So I eat a lot of carbs. Like I crave carbs. Mimi ni Mkikuyu, waru is life. Like I have a whole gunia of warus in my kitchen because I just like carbs. So I eat carbs, but as well including protein. So that's breasts, thighs, chicken breasts, chicken thighs, livers. I love gizzards. Like, ooh, I can eat gizzards any day. And also fruits and vegetables. My favorite fruits are bananas, mangoes, avocados. That's for healthy fats. And because I can't have skuma because of ulcers, so I eat lots of cabbage as well. Not a lot of cabbage, but enough cabbage. But I make sure I have a balanced diet. But carbs, me and my best friend. You can send me chapo, you can send me mandazis. I love bread. Like my bill for bread is too high, but I just like I love carbs, guys. But I made sure that it was a balanced diet and it was healthy calories. So it's not just junk food. Like the only time I was eating junk food was in December with H, and we only had junk food like 3-4 times the entire holiday. So plus I cook for myself, so I make sure it's a balanced diet. So rice, potatoes, ugali, beef once in a while, but lots of breast, chicken breast, thighs, filet. So fish, I love fish. Gizzards, fruits, vegetables, just to make sure that it's balanced. You also need to make sure it's healthy weight that you're having, like healthy foods. Next, ideal goal weight. My ideal goal weight is 55 kgs. I am 5'15", so that means my healthy weight range is 50 to 55. So if I play around 55, 60, I'm okay with that. I'll be slightly overweight, but it's fine as long as that's my ideal. And an ideal clothing size is a size 8, size 10, like just over there. Like A girl likes having thighs. Like, I have thigh sweat. Like, guys, when I wear a skirt and it's hot and I'm seated down, by the time I stand up, my chair is wet and I'm like, dang, I have thighs. I'm so mad. Are you feeling insecure about being in the Kitambi world? Imagine not as much as I thought it would be. And it's because I love carbs. Like, I eat bread every single day. So I have a sort of Kitambi. Let me show you guys. So this is my Kitambi. This is how it is. But I am not insecure about it. What kind of gets to me at times is like after lunch when I've eaten and then my clothes are tight. So I'm just like, oh, I did have to eat so much. And then like there's that pouch. When you wear high-waisted clothes, there's that pouch. So that's kind of irritating me. So what I've decided to do is work out. So now after this second cycle of medication, I'm working out so that I can tone things and just make sure that I'm maintaining, like I'm helping my body to maintain the weight. So a lot of core exercises I am going to try to include running, because I want to do the Diamond 10K run that's happening on the 5th of April. I'll leave those details in the description bar if you guys want to join the run. Like, I just trying to get myself active, as well as a lot of leg exercises and butt exercises, but I just want to get fit again. In high school and primary, like I used to run, I was a swimmer, I used to play tennis, I was fit. Lakini siku hizi unapanda stairs ukimaliza unaanza kuhema. And where I work, there's a kamlima before you get to the stage. By the time I finish that hill, I'm just like, wait a minute. So I want to stop that whole situation. So just get 50. Are there any side effects when it comes to the medication? Yes, there are 2 side effects. You can call them 2 side effects. But this is mainly on the appetite medication. 1, it will make you sleepy. It's like Piriton on steroids. Like, I remember the first time when I was on the first cycle of medication, because at that time it was advised 1 time a day at night after meals, I would knock out. Like, I finish eating dinner, I've drank my water, I take the medicine, 5 minutes later, a girl is out. Like, I would sleep 8 hours straight. When people tell you on amphetamine that you get sleepy, you get like you are drowsy, but that's how the medicine works. Like, it just makes you so drowsy. Side effect number 2, it's like a star, put an asterisk. You want to constantly eat. Like, you're constantly thinking about food. If you don't have food, you get moody. Like, hungry. Like, there's a time, what had happened? I think I'd gone for a meeting and I didn't have my second breakfast. I was so hungry the entire meeting. I wanted the meeting to end. I was just like, I want food, I want food, I want food, I want food. Like, before you talk to me, make sure I've eaten. Like, I was a monster. But those are the only side effects that I have come across with the medication, and I've been on them twice. What is your eating timetable? My eating timetable is this. Between 7:30 and 8, I have breakfast, which is really tea and bread because I need to rush to the office. And then between 11:30 and noon, so let's say 11 to noon, I will have my second breakfast, which will be some form of carbs, so either mandazi, chapo with either sausage or samosa and tea. And then at 1 p.m. I would have my lunch, which is like, the big plates. It would be full. Like, that's how my portion sizes are. I will do a what I eat in a day to gain weight, so you guys can actually see my portion sizes. Like, I eat enough food for 2 people. Like, people in the office usually look at my plate before, and then after I'm done, and I'm just like, yeah, I eat enough for 2 people. And then that's at 1 to 2. So, and then around 4 to 5, I will have another snack. So it's either chavda, crisps, or a fruit, or just something to eat. And then I get home, and then between 7 and 9, I have dinner, depending on how long it has taken me to cook, and then I will pass out immediately. So I eat about 4 or 5 times a day, but then over the weekends I will eat more because I'm just sitting in the house and the kitchen is right there. So I'll just go into the kitchen, grab some biscuits and have that with tea or juice or whatever, but I'm just constantly eating. So that's my timetable. So we say every 2 to 3 hours I'm eating. Anything else? No. So that's that's how I gained weight, guys. So what I would advise you is, first, know where your weight falls. By my measurements, you tell majority of my weight will go to my hips and my ass, and then come to my waist, and then my arms, my face, and then my boobs. My boobs are last. Like, I am a itty bitty titty committee. I accepted that a long time ago. Plus, I'm not a fan of big boobs, so this one's the way they are, they're fine. So one, know where your weight falls. So for me, I'm a pear shaped. So it'll go first to the bottom and then redistribute up. Two, if you love carbs like I do, they will settle around your stomach. Like, be prepared to have a tummy, which is fine. Like, you can always work your tummy out, but just be prepared for weight to be in areas that you're not expecting it, because you're doing an overall weight gain. It's not as though you're working out, so you're targeting one specific area. Like, you're eating and it's going to be redistributed everywhere. So just be wary of that. Number three, I mean, hydrate. Drink lots of water. This will counteract the sleepiness that you would get because you're constantly hydrating. Plus, it helps flush out any toxins that are around. And as you can see, like, my skin is glowing. Like, I haven't had any side effects other than sleepiness and eating a lot. So basically that. So I will leave Patricia's contacts down below, and she will link you with the pharmacist that sent us the medication. So that's her phone number and her IG, so that you guys can even see. But I will link them down in the description bar. Tell her Joanne sent you, Nemo sent you. And yeah, like, I recommend it. For me, it has worked. It's not as though you're taking anything illegal or anything that's not available in the market. Like, you can walk into the pharmacy and get amino acids and appetizer meds. And even when you go to hospital, they tend to prescribe appetizer meds, because I remember even when I was in primary, I would get appetizer meds, but they're not as strong as this because hospital or wherever. But yeah, like, you can walk into the shop and get this too. It'll kickstart your appetite. If you're one person who never has an appetite, never wants to eat, get an appetizer meds and it'll kickstart that. But I recommend hitting up Patricia, letting her know that you want to gain weight. And me, I'm happy, guys. I'm happy. As I said, I will do around 3 of the medication in about a month, 2 months, but I'll keep you guys updated on my weight gain. I'm also going into working out and stuff, so that's what I'm going to do. Anything else? If you have any twerking tips, videos I can watch to learn how to twerk and use this booty that I got, let me know. And if you have any other questions dealing in weight gain and stuff, put them down in the comment section and I will gladly answer. But yeah, that's how my journey has been, part 1 of the journey. I am happy with how the weight is. Like, look at my arms. This is the most dramatic thing. Like, this is the most loco thing. Like, my arms, like, I love it. Like, I just love how I look now. I loved how I looked before, but I'm happy. I'm happy. But yeah, like, at the end of the day, as long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting others, be happy in the body that you have. Be happy in the skin that you have. I never get sick. Guys, these days I sleep naked. Guaranteed my house is warm, but I sleep naked. If I tried that in my previous body, pneumonia, but but yeah, before I ramble on, if there's a question I did not respond to, kindly inform me down in the comment section. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.